Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. If you're into Second Amendment news, this is where you're going to need to find it. This is where you will find it. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. There's a lot of stuff happening, and if you want to stay in the know, subscribe to Guns and Gadgets. Hit the like button. Share these with your friends so the news can get out, because you know who wants to suppress it. And toggle the bell notification to all notifications. This is going to be video 3 of the day. If you haven't seen the other 2, please check them out. These are extremely important because of the flurry of bills and gun control that is being submitted and what they're doing while everybody's focusing on these bills, what's really going on. And we won't even talk about Hillary Clinton's attorney and what's going on there. I just wanted to bring this forward because this is one of those things that's happening at the fringe while nobody's paying attention. Last week I talked about the federal judge who said that New York's law that would allow gun manufacturers to be sued by private citizens and entities under the public nuisance law. The judge said that was okay, and I told you that it was just made so that gun manufacturers would be sued out of existence. Well, here we go. First one. Glock is up to bat. They're being sued, and this lawsuit doesn't look good. Now here's the first page of the lawsuit. The plaintiff's the last name is Stur. So this person was injured with a Glock firearm. If this is allowed to happen, then we should sue hammer makers, fork makers for making people fat. We should sue the public school system for making people stupid. We should sue politicians for directly harming Americans and their safety. We should be able to sue automobile manufacturers if you get into a crash and you're hurt as a result. This starts a very bad precedent, but they don't want all that other stuff to happen. They just want to get rid of the guns. Now, the lawsuit starts off with some quotes you can see here on the screen. These are some things that they're putting up in front so that people are shocked and awed by Glock. The first one is a quote by Gaston Glock, who's the president and founder of Glock. Says, "It was a conscious decision to go after the law enforcement market first. In marketing terms, we assumed that by pursuing the law enforcement market, we would receive a benefit of after sales in the commercial market." They then go into the amount of crime that resulted from them shutting the city down for a flu, and how crime's just spiking. Apparently that's Glock's fault because they can't run their city. They go easy on criminals. They have Soros-funded lawyers, attorneys, district attorneys, and attorneys general who are allowing this crime spree to happen. It must be Glock's fault also that the city got rid of the cash bail option. So if you basically commit murder, you can go outside and commit murder again. You don't get to stay in jail like most criminals in other states do. They're doing nothing to fight crime. They're doing everything to enhance crime and allow a high number of victims in the city of New York. They're doing it on purpose so that they can get to this end game. And that's what this lawsuit starts with. And then on page 3, we're going to go to paragraph 8. It says, "The defendants, Glock, through their marketing practices in the manufacture, distribution, and sale of guns, including the subject Glock firearm, have contributed to creating and maintaining a public nuisance in the state of New York and have endangered the public health and safety in the following manner. A. Marketing that emphasizes firearm characteristics such as their high capacity and ease of concealment that appeal to prospective purchasers with criminal intent, including but not limited to through advertisement, product placement in movies, and rap music. B. Purposely supplying more firearms than the legitimate market could bear in order to induce sales in the secondary market. And C. Not training dealers to avoid straw sales and other illegal transactions. And D. Refusing to terminate contracts with distributors who sold to dealers with disproportionately high volumes of guns traced to crime scenes." The lawsuit then goes into all kinds of facts around this 2022 subway attack that happened to use a Glock firearm. And then there's a section about how Glock has negligent marketing practices because they market the product they sell. It's not negligence. Any business does that. Just because criminals do bad things doesn't mean... I'm preaching to the choir. I gotta calm down. And then what are they asking for in this lawsuit? Here we are, here on the screen. The prayer for relief is what they're asking for. It says, "Wherefore plaintiff prays and respectfully requests that the court enter judgment in her favor and against the defendants containing the following. A declaratory judgment that the actions, conduct, and practices of defendants complained of herein violate the New York General Business Law. B. Order defendants to institute and carry out policies, practices, and programs which eradicate the effects of its past and present unlawful marketing and distribution practices. C. Issue an injunction restraining the defendants from continuing the torturous and wrongful conduct complained of herein. D. Order defendants to make the plaintiff whole by providing compensation for past and future pecuniary losses resulting from the unlawful marketing and distribution practices described above in amounts to be determined at trial, meaning big numbers. E. Order defendants to make whole the plaintiff by providing compensation for non-pecuniary losses, including physical pain and suffering, permanent physical injuries, emotional pain, suffering, mental anguish, embarrassment, and isolation resulting from the unlawful marketing and distribution practices described above in the amounts to be determined at trial. In other words, bigger numbers. F. Order the defendant to pay the plaintiff punitive damages for its malicious and reckless conduct described above. In other words, huge numbers. G. Attorney fees and costs. And H. Grant such further relief as the court deems necessary and proper in the public interest. Full court press. Attack is on. Video 3 of the day. There will be more. Guys, I'm going to be putting out a ton of videos. You got to check the channel back often because YouTube's not going to let you know. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in the know with the good stuff. Mostly bad right now, I'll give it to you. And even the ridiculous stuff like these lawsuits that are going to pop up left and right, especially in New York where a federal district court judge just said, yeah, it's okay. New York's law is not unconstitutional, even though the PLCAA is a thing. Disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted right now. I hope you are too, and I hope this motivates you. You need to let your swamp creatures know what they're doing to this country and what they're getting themselves into. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. We do not ask from the government permission to protect ourselves. Period. There will be no politician, there will be no cop, there will be no buddy present when evil looks you face to face, eye to eye, and determines today's the day. There's nobody going to be there but you to take the action necessary to protect yourself. And that is why we carry, that's why we have the Second Amendment. And guys and gals, this is what we need to pass on. It's not going to end in our generation. Peace.